Hi, I want to talk from about today's assignment and the discussion of what is marketing, how is marketing similar to or different from sales, and what about relationship marketing? Now, we know the book defines marketing more or less as an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. And that's on page 7. That's a good definition, but that's one of those definitions that kind of makes you think a whole lot about it, and you're kind of wondering, what's that really telling me? I think a better definition is provided by another well-known person in the industry by the name of Phil Kotler. He breaks it down and says very simply, marketing is the art and science of finding, keeping, and growing profitable customers. I really like that definition for a couple reasons. First of all, it says both art and science, and marketing is both an art and a science. It's a science because marketing has a lot of numbers to it, has a lot of theory, has a lot of experiments, has a lot of background, a lot of research, and there are some proven, tested processes we know can work in marketing. It's also an art because we're always reaching for new opportunities and new theories and new ways of communicating and new technology. So it's a combination of art and science. But the part I really like is where he says it's about finding, keeping, and growing profitable customers. It's easy to find customers. It's much more difficult and much more important to find profitable customers and to keep and grow them. That's the real key and goal of marketing. I mean, sales can go find customers all day long if they want to give away the product. And a good salesperson, by the way, never gives away the product. But oftentimes, salespeople who aren't so good will attempt to give away product. So when we look at marketing as a definition of the art and science of finding, keeping, and growing profitable customers, that tells us where marketing and sales play together, which is part of the question for this week. Marketing and sales are sort of like kissing cousins. They go hand in hand. Neither is really dominant to the other, neither really controls the other. They are two different areas of expertise, and very seldom do you find somebody who's really good at marketing and also really good at sales. They're simply different skill sets. Marketing is a lot more analysis. Sales is a lot more tactical. Marketing has a lot more strategy. Sales has a lot more feet on the street. Both are very required elements in a company or organization, either way, to be successful, but they're often different skill sets and often different people, especially as an organization gets larger. Where we see them playing together is that both marketing and sales are all about communication. In fact, marketing as a science and as a discipline is really applied psychology, applied communication, and applied economics. Because we draw in marketing from those three fields: economics, the study of purchasing behavior and preference; psychology, in terms of the study of human behavior and human cognition and human thought processes and human motivation; and communication in terms of how people send and receive messages and images. So marketing pulls from all three of those different disciplines and uses aspects and elements from those three disciplines to develop and implement strategic and tactical strategies and practices that build value and build effective communication processes between organizations and their customers. Now, another question we get to is this whole idea about relationship marketing, and really what is relationship marketing? Well, before we get to that, we need to come back and understand a little bit about marketing, and that marketing is a lot about communication in both directions. Marketing is advertising. A lot of people see advertising as marketing as being one and the same. Well, advertising is part of marketing, but marketing goes way beyond advertising. Marketing is about communication, both directions, and so is sales. A good salesperson collects information as much as gives information out. Marketing will collect all kinds of information before it even launches a product. In fact, marketing should actually drive R&D, because R&D should only produce and develop what marketing says can be sold in the market. So marketing is about collecting information as much or more than sending information out, or certainly before sending information out. A good marketing team is constantly collecting information from the current market and the markets it would like to be involved in, and developing a way to integrate that knowledge from that inbound communication into the next round of product. Without collecting and analyzing that inbound communication, marketing has to kind of sell what they got. And that's not the idea. Marketing wants to take to the market a product or service that the market wants at a price they know they can achieve and at a cost structure that they can make a profit at. So without marketing, there's really no direction for a company. Marketing really should provide a direction to R&D, operations, and finance, because marketing is the group who's in touch with the market and can say, here's what people want, whether it's a company or organization. In general, assume that marketing is the one talking to the customer or prospects. Relationship marketing, as we talked about in this chapter, requires something called brand strength and brand identity. And it's where customers want to be affiliated with and want to be known to be affiliated with a particular company or a particular product. And because of that, they'll pay more for that opportunity. It's about creating an emotional attachment and using various methods to communicate two directions to build that emotional attachment. Just because a company sells a lot of product doesn't mean they're relationship marketing. Just because they got a Facebook page doesn't mean they're doing relationship marketing. Just because they have social media and other forms doesn't mean they have relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is about building a two-way relationship, because relationships are by definition two-way. It's about a two-way relationship between the customer and the company or organization. We build those relationships over time. You think about relationships in your personal life. They're not built overnight. They're built on trust and repetitive exposure over some significant period of time. And the same thing is true in relationship marketing. So we're looking for, in relationship marketing, companies and customers that want to communicate more with each other and have in place processes to enhance and improve that communication process and effectiveness. So remember, relationship marketing requires two-way communication and two-way commitment. We'll continue to dig throughout the course. The last thing I want to say about sales and marketing is something that was brought up early in the course by a student who almost took the words right out of my mouth. And that's something I often say about marketing versus sales. Marketing is really about the masses. When we're marketing, we're communicating with large numbers of people. And we may be communicating with them one at a time, but we're communicating with large numbers of people to generate overall broad-based demand. Sales and selling is about the singles. When you're selling, the only person you're concerned about is the person right in front of you right now. The person you talked to 10 minutes ago or 10 days ago is irrelevant in today's conversation unless they can provide a testimonial. And even then, that's really not part of today's conversation. So marketing is about the masses. Selling is about the singles. So we keep that in mind, that marketing is about collecting information from a lot of people. Selling is about collecting information from the person right in front of me right now. Marketing is about putting out broad messages. Selling is about communicating with the person directly in front of me, face to face, eye to eye, right now. So let's keep those thoughts in mind as we move forward the course, and let's have some fun. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you again soon.